Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. In this video, we are going to go over the MacBook Pro with the updated Radeon Pro Vega graphics card. So we have the first benchmarks starting to show up now in Geekbench, the OpenCL scores. And this will give us kind of a good idea of whether or not it's worth the money to upgrade or not. Now, again, these are preliminary results, so keep that in mind, but let's go over them real quick. So previously, the highest end graphics card that you could get in a MacBook Pro was the Radeon Pro 560X, which is what I actually have right now in this MacBook Pro. And for the most part, it's pretty decent for day-to-day tasks. Now for video editing, it's pretty good as well. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Occasionally it'll stutter a little bit for like intensive web browser games, but that could just be the game's issue. But if we look here, this is a 72,799 OpenCL score. Now the machine, which includes a 2.6 gigahertz Intel Core i7 processor, Radeon Pro Vega 20 graphics card, which is the highest end, 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte SSD. That's what it got. Now I have the i9 processor with the 560 graphics card, 32 gigs of RAM and 512 SSDs. Now, if you look down here, it says additional benchmarks found on Geekbench with a similar machine using an upgraded Core i9 processor demonstrated OpenCL scores of 75K, 76K, and 80,000. Wow. In a separate benchmark uploaded to Geekbench, the new high-end MacBook Pro with Core i9 processor also earned a metal score of 73,953. Comparatively, machines with similar specs and Radeon Pro 560X graphics card on Geekbench earn a maximum OpenCL score of right around 65,000 and metal scores of approximately 57,000. Suggesting much higher graphics performance with the new Radeon Pro Vega 20. At the current time, benchmarks are only available for the higher-end Radeon Pro 20, not the 16. CPU benchmarks on Geekbench between the machines using the new cards and existing cards are similar because there have been no changes to the CPU. Now here's where it gets interesting. The new Radeon Pro Vega graphics cards can only be added to the high-end 15-inch MacBook Pro model, which starts at $2799 US. The Radeon Pro Vega 16 costs an additional $250 and the 20 costs an additional $350. So are those gains worth it? Now this totally depends on your workflow strategy, but I think for most people out there, you don't need this. The obligatory, however, so if you're looking at the 15-inch maxed out MacBook Pro, like for example I was, you are probably in the professional demographic. You use this thing for professional work. Now, if that's the case, $350 to you for better scores and overall better performance might be worth it. Based on how much time it saves you versus how much money it would you would normally be wasting based on that time, etc., etc. So to jump from the maximum of 65K up to possibly 80K, that's a pretty decent jump. You really got to factor in price. And now that I'm seeing these scores based on what I ordered, honestly, I might have just gone for this. If I would have known that they were doing this, I would have maybe waited and ordered this because, for an extra $350 on top of $3,500 doesn't sound so bad to me. But for the average consumer, they're going to say, hell no, if I'm spending so much money, I don't want to spend any more. So I think for the average person, this is absolutely not worth it. But if you are a professional, I would definitely at least look into it. Again, these are preliminary results. So once we get better, more comprehensive reviews of this, I will definitely share it with you guys. But right now, this is not something like if you currently bought one like I did, you spent a ton of money and then, 3 months later, Apple does this. It's kind of a dick move, but at the same time, don't go, selling what you've got now just to get, the newer one unless you really need it. It's probably not worth your time and effort to do that. And you're going to lose a decent amount of money on it for moderate gains here. So what do I think about the gains here? I think they are pretty decent. Nothing crazy, not as high as I would have thought it would be. They're decent upgrades. For the price, I think it's about fair. I don't think it's a great deal. I don't think it's a bad deal. I think it is what it is. It's just, if you want to pay $350, get a little bit better card. But I think for most people, you don't need it. It's not going to make an enormous difference. So that's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe. If you've got any questions about the MacBook Pros, drop a comment down below. I will try to answer you guys as quickly as possible. Respond to pretty much everyone's comments to help you guys out because that's what I'm here to do. I like to help you guys. I really like to do that. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Again, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.